All new tonight at 11, a Charlotte breast cancer survivor is fighting to protect other women after she says Atrium Health failed to give her appropriate care at the beginning of the pandemic and in the years prior.
She's calling for a thorough review of patient outcomes at Atrium Health Women's Care off East Morehead Street in Charlotte. An office she quickly left after doctors there dismissed a lump that turned out to be cancer. Nate Morabito learned Atrium Health also failed to schedule her mammogram.
The health system since apologized for this patient's less than superior experience, as they phrased it, and waived $1,100 of her medical debt. But she wonders who else is falling through the cracks. Reflection.
I looked ugly.
A simple glance in the mirror.
And it made me angry.
Is all it took to trigger DeAndra Alex's pain.
And what if I would not have went to another doctor?
A moment that forced her to look back at the beginning of her breast cancer battle, with the hope other women's experiences don't mirror hers.
I am an expression of this happening to other people.
Alex, then 41, made an appointment at Atrium Health Women's Care Charlotte OBGYN in April 2020, related to complaints of a growing breast lump. After an ER doctor in California, where the businesswoman lived pre-pandemic, raised alarm.
I said, hey, doc, you want to check the lump under my arm?
Medical records show on April 1st, 2020, the Atrium doctor dismissed concerns of cancer.
And he said, oh, I don't need to. If I was a betting man, I would bet that you don't have cancer.
Still, Alex says the doctor said he'd refer her for a mammogram.
Something just was unsettling.
She immediately decided to change to Novant Health, and she's relieved she did. A mammogram quickly followed, and by April 17th, a biopsy confirmed cancer.
I could be sitting here with a different prognosis if I would not have been my own advocate.
That other mammogram, meanwhile, did not come through.
I was on my third chemotherapy treatment.
Until it was officially ordered in late June.
I want to make sure that this doesn't happen to another woman, let alone another young black woman like myself.
Research published that same year from right here in North Carolina showed black women with breast cancer experienced delayed, longer treatment than white women.
That's part of the challenge of the job, is thinking about all these factors that can play into treatment timeliness.
UNC Chapel Hill Assistant Epidemiology Professor Dr. Mark Emerson is one of the researchers behind the study. He says the research identified a disparity caused by a variety of issues, made worse by the pandemic.
You know, I was hurt. I was devastated.
Before Alex's cancer diagnosis, her last mammogram dated back to 2017. And even back then, she says Atrium again failed to follow through with a mammogram referral. In a letter to Alex last year, Atrium Health acknowledged the most recent referral delay and apologized. But the health system refused to address her specific concerns or the broader issue with us on camera. Instead, in a statement, Atrium cited the unprecedented impact of the pandemic in spring 2020 and said, in part, we specifically addressed each concern she shared with us and are somewhat surprised the issue is being highlighted again after all of the personalized meetings that have taken place over the last 2 years. Adding, while a thorough internal investigation indicated a misstep in the referral process, there was absolutely no evidence this was the result of her race. The health system continued saying, Atrium Health is a nationally recognized leader in ensuring equity in care and making a positive difference for communities of color, listing some of its accomplishments in that area. Today, Alex is in remission, reliant on oral chemotherapy and continued surgeries to address reconstruction complications. And while she can't shake the what-ifs,
I just dwell in the possibilities.
She's channeling her emotions on blank canvases.
Oh, this is my favorite one, though.
Reflecting on an ugly couple of years.
It was about something else that was bigger than me.
But creating something beautiful in the process. She's offered to partner with Atrium Health to raise black breast cancer awareness, something the health system said last year it would welcome, saying her courage and voice would help encourage and educate the community in a meaningful way. Nate Morabito, WCNC Charlotte.